Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is Universal Awareness Path. In this moment, you're standing at the beginning of the path that has existed since the first moment of conscious awareness. This is not a path you must create or construct. It is the universal awareness path, the ancient highway that consciousness itself has been walking since the dawn of existence, exploring the infinite territory of its own nature through countless forms and perspectives. Every conscious being that has ever existed has walked this path, whether knowingly or unknowingly. The path is not somewhere else, it exists in the very ground you stand on. In the consciousness that observes these words, in the awareness that quietly witnesses every moment of your existence, you have been walking this path your entire life. You are walking it right now. The question is not whether you will walk it, but whether you will walk it consciously, with intention, with recognition of what you're doing. The universal awareness path is distinct from all other spiritual paths because it has no beginning and no end, no particular destination, no specific dogma or belief system required. Unlike paths built by religions or philosophies, the universal awareness path built by consciousness itself into the structure of existence. It is a natural path that awareness follows when it awakens to its own nature, regardless of cultural background, historical period, or individual circumstances. Throughout history, people from different traditions have walked different sections of this universal path and mapped their journey in the languages available to them. Hindu sages described it as the path to self realization. Buddhist teachers called it the path to enlightenment. Christian mystics spoke of union with the divine. Sufi poets wrote of the journey towards a beloved. Indigenous wisdom keepers honored it as a path of awakening. Different words, different cultural expressions, but all recognizing the same universal pattern of consciousness awakening to itself. Today, we explore this universal awareness path, understanding its nature, recognizing its markers, learning to walk it with grace and intention. This is not a path to reach enlightenment in the future, but a path to recognize the enlightenment that you already are. The awareness that has never stopped being complete even while experiencing the beautiful limitation of human consciousness. Let us understand the structure of the path. Like all paths, the universal awareness path has structure, not a rigid structure that constrains movement, but a living architecture that guides consciousness towards deeper recognition of its own infinite nature. Understanding this structure helps you walk with confidence, knowing that what appears disorienting is actually part of the path's natural progression. The first aspect of path structure is what we might call the foundation of presence. This is not a location but a state, the ground upon which all authentic spiritual development occurs. Without establishing yourself in present moment awareness, you can wander indefinitely without moving forward. But when consciousness roots itself in presence, truly here, truly now, the path becomes visible and walking becomes natural. Neuroscience research shows that the default mode network of the brain, which activates when attention is not focused outwards, is associated with rumination, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection. Presence interprets this pattern, engaging different neural networks associated with well being and connection. The foundation of presence is not luxury or indulgence, it is the basis of basic requirement for walking any authentic spiritual path. The second aspect is what we might call the landscape of experience. The universal awareness path does not bypass experience. It goes through the full spectrum of human experience, recognizing that both joy and sorrow, success and failure, pleasure and pain are essential territories through which consciousness must travel. The path does not go around the mountains of challenge, it goes through them, for they teach what no other landscape can teach. Research on post traumatic growth shows that people who have faced significant challenges often emerge with greater wisdom, deeper compassion, and more profound understanding of what truly matters. The path does not seek suffering, but it does not flee from it either. It invites consciousness to learn from every terrain it crosses. The third aspect is guidance, the recognition that consciousness has internal direction towards greater wholeness and awakening. You don't need to figure out the path to navigate by personal will alone. The path has its own intelligence, and when you stop resisting, it naturally guides you towards what consciousness needs to recognize next. This guidance comes through intuition, synchronicity, teachers, experiences, and the still small voice of deeper knowing. Studies on intuition shows that the brain processes vast amounts of information unconsciously and generates intuitive knowing without requiring conscious reasoning. The universal awareness path suggests that this intuitive guidance comes not just from personal experience, but from connection to universal intelligence. The fourth aspect is integration. The capacity to bring insights gained in transcendent experiences and deep realization back into everyday consciousness. The path does not move in linear progression from ordinary to extraordinary, then stop. It cycles between expansion and grounding, transcendence and embodiment, insight and action. Each cycle deepens understanding while making awakening practical and lived. Research on meditation shows that practitioners often experience profound insights followed by periods of ordinary consciousness. The path reveals that both states are essential. Extraordinary experiences activate new neural pathways and expand perception, while ordinary consciousness integrates these changes into stable personality transformation. The fifth aspect is harmlessness, the natural ethics that emerge when consciousness recognizes its unity with all life. The path does not impose morality from outside. Instead, as awareness expands to recognize that what affects others ultimately affects yourself, harmlessness becomes not duty but love, not restriction but freedom. You no longer hurt others because you recognize yourself in their eyes, feel their pain in your heart. Evolutionary biology suggests that cooperation and compassion are not contrary to survival but actually enhance it. The universal awareness path aligns with this understanding, showing that a consciousness naturally evolves towards greater connection and care as it awakens to its own infinite nature. These aspects work together to create a path that is both structured enough to guide consciousness forward and flexible enough to honor the unique journey to each individual. The path does not erase personality, it refines it. It does not reject the world, it transforms your relationship to it. It does not demand you become someone different, it reveals who you have always been. Let us contemplate the waypoints of awakening. Walking the universal awareness path, you encounter certain waypoints, recognizable shifts in consciousness that mark significant progress. These waypoints have been described by awakened beings across all traditions, suggesting that consciousness follows a relatively consistent pattern when it awakens to its own nature, regardless of the individual starting point or cultural background. The first waypoint is the awakening to separation. The recognition that you are not the only consciousness in existence. This might seem obvious to ordinary thinking, but it represents a profound shift from the total egocentric identification of infancy, where the entire world existed only in relationship to personal needs and desires. With this waypoint comes the beginning of empathy, the recognition that others have inner lives as real as your own. In childhood development, this is called theory of mind, the recognition that others have thoughts and beliefs that may differ from your own. But the universal awareness path suggests that this recognition deepens throughout life, eventually including not just other humans but all conscious beings. The second waypoint is the awakening to limitation, the confrontation with your own finitude, impermanence, and powerlessness. At some point, consciousness must face the reality that the body ages and dies, that plan feels, that control is illusory, that suffering comes to all beings. This waypoint is often triggered by crisis, loss, or the simple passage of time, bringing awareness of mortality. Rather than being a depression, this waypoint is actually a profound gift when you truly accept limitation. The exhausting struggle to control and secure ends. You relax into what is, finding peace in acceptance and freedom in surrender. Research on mortality silence shows that awareness of death can increase meaning, purpose, and appreciation for life. The third waypoint is the awakening to witness consciousness, the recognition of an awareness within you that observes thoughts and emotions without being those thoughts and emotions. You realize that you're not your mind, you're the consciousness that observes your mind. This shift is transformative because it creates distance from mental reactivity and opens the possibility of choosing response rather than being driven by automatic reaction. Neuroscience research on metacognition shows that the ability to think about thinking engages different neural networks and increases psychological flexibility. This capacity to observe one's own mind is associated with emotional regulation, creativity, and resilience. The fourth waypoint is the awakening to interconnection, the direct recognition that all consciousness is fundamentally one. Boundaries between self and other becomes permeable. The sense of isolation dissolves in into recognition of participation in a vast web of interconnected awareness. This is not theory but direct experience. You recognize yourself in others, feel others, joy and pain in your own heart, understand that helping others is helping yourself. Research on compassion meditation shows that practices developing empathy and connection changes brain structure, increasing activation in regions associated with emotional processing and social connection. But the universal awareness path reveals that this is not mere mental exercise, it is consciousness recognizing its own underlying unity. The fifth waypoint is the awakening to the eternal, the recognition that what you truly are is not the temporary form passing through time, but a timeless consciousness that remains unchanged through all changes. You experience yourself simultaneously as the individual who was born and will die, and as an infinite awareness that transcends birth and death. This paradox resolves not intellectually but through direct recognition. Mystical experiences consistently report a sense of timelessness and eternity, suggesting that consciousness can access dimensions where time operates differently. The universal awareness path reveals that this eternal nature is not something to achieve but something to remember. The sixth waypoint, which few discuss but many experience, is the awakening to responsibility, the recognition that your state of consciousness contributes to the state of the world. You are not a passive victim of circumstances, but a conscious co-creator of reality through your choices, attention, and awareness. This brings not guilt but empowerment, the recognition that transformation begins with self transformation. Studies on mirror neurons and social contagion shows that emotional states and behaviors literally spread through social networks. The consciousness research suggests that individual awakening contributes to collective awakening through mechanism that transcends ordinary communication. These waypoints are not destination where you arrive and stay. These are recognition that deepen and expand at consciousness continue its journey of self-discovery. You might visit each waypoint multiple times, integrating it more fully with each passage, understanding it at deeper levels as your capacity for awareness extends. Let us reflect upon the obstacles and gates. The universal awareness path, while natural and the natural, is not without challenges. Consciousness faces what might be called obstacles or gates, thresholds that require surrender or transformation before you can continue. These obstacles are not punishments or random difficulties, they are consciousness' own way of testing whether you are genuinely ready to recognize new dimensions of awareness. The first obstacle is attachment to certainty. The mind wants definitive answers, fixed understanding, solid ground, but the universal awareness path requires learning to live with mystery, to hold multiple perspectives, to recognize that the deepest truth cannot be captured in concepts. The gate here is surrender, releasing the need to understand and simply allowing experience to unfold. Cognitive science shows that the brain naturally seeks to reduce uncertainty through pattern recognition and belief formation, but genuine awakening requiring and also requires developing tolerance for ambiguity and the capacity to function effectively without complete certainty. The second obstacle is fear of transformation. The path asks you to dive who you think you are and be reborn into who you actually are. This death is not physical but psychological. The dissolution of identity constructed from conditioning, belief, and habit. This can feel threatening to the ego, which clings to established identity even when that identity causes suffering. Research on change psychology shows that people often resist positive change because the fear of the unknown exceeds the pain of current situation. The universal awareness path invites you to trust that dissolution of false identity opens to recognition of true identity. The third obstacle is spiritual pride. As you walk the path and gain genuine insights, the ego can claim these as personal achievement. I am enlightened. I understand what the others don't. I am further along the path. The spiritual ego is perhaps the most subtle obstacle because it uses awakening to reinforce the sense of separate self that awakening is meant to dissolve. The gate here is humility, the recognition that any insights gained are not personal achievements, but glimpses of what consciousness already knows. Genuine awakening includes recognition of how little you actually understand and how much still remains mysterious. The fourth obstacle is attachment to the path itself. The path is a means, not an end. Some people become so invested in spiritual practices and experiences that they lose sight of what the path is meant to serve. The recognition of your true nature, they collect practices like souvenirs, accumulate experiences like trophies, mistake the journey for the destination. The gate here is renunciation. The willingness to abandon even the path itself once its purpose is served. True awakening includes a paradoxical understanding that there was no path because there was nowhere to go, that you were never separate from your destination. The fifth obstacle is compassion fatigue, the tendency to do burnout when trying to help others awaken or serve humanity's transformation. You recognize the suffering in the world and want to relieve it, but taking on others' burdens or forcing awakening on those not ready drains your energy without helping. The gate here is learning to love without attachment to outcome, to serve from overflow rather than depletion, to recognize that consciousness has its own timing and intelligence. You can offer the path to others, but only they can walk it. You can illuminate the way, but only they can choose to see. These obstacles are not failures or mistakes. They are the path's own mechanism for ensuring that awakening is genuine rather than conceptual, lived rather than theoretical. Each obstacle passed strengthens consciousness and deepens understanding. Let us now understand and contemplate and also reflect upon the eternal now. As you continue walking the universal awareness path, gradually there's a distinction between the path of walk and the destination begins to dissolve. You realize that the goal of the path is not to reach somewhere you haven't been, but to recognize that you are already there. The path itself is the destination, the walking is the arrival, the journey is the awakening. This recognition marks a significant shift. No longer are you trying to become enlightened or reach higher states of consciousness. Instead, you allow consciousness to recognize its own already present enlightenment. The seeking stops not because you gave up, because you discovered that what you sought was seeking for itself through you. This is the return of the eternal now, the timeless present in which all consciousness actually exists. Past and future are abstractions, concepts useful for navigation but not fundamental realities. Only the now is real and the now is eternal. Every moment that you become present, you step into eternity. Every instance of authentic awareness is arrival at the destination. Living as eternal now does not mean abandoning plans or refusing to learn from history. It means holding all of that while remaining grounded in present reality. You can remember the past and anticipate the future while being fully here now. You can use past experience and future possibility while remaining established in the only moment that never exists and also ever exists. Research on time perception shows that the brain constructs the experience of time in states of flow or deep meditation. This construction changes dramatically. The universal awareness path reveals that time is not a prism but a useful tool that consciousness created to organize experience. When you truly walk the universal awareness path, you discover something remarkable. You cannot fail because there is nothing to fail at. There is no right way to live or wrong way to walk. There is only consciousness continuously discovering itself through infinite perspective and experiences. Every path taken, every choice made, every experience encountered is consciousness exploring its own nature. This brings tremendous freedom and tremendous responsibility. Free because you cannot ultimately fail. Responsible because your choices matter. They determine not just your personal experience, but your contribution to the collective field of consciousness. The universal awareness path reveals that all beings are already walking this path, whether conscious of it or not. Every moment of awareness, every experience of love, every recognition of beauty is consciousness walking its own path. The question is not whether to walk the path, but to whether to walk it consciously, with awareness, with intention, with the recognition of what you are doing. As you walk the universal awareness path, you begin to recognize that you are not walking alone. Every awakened being, every conscious creature, every dimension of the cosmos is walking the same path in its own way. Your individual journey is part of the vast collective awakening that spans all time and encompasses all consciousness. This is perhaps the deepest recognition the path offers, that separation is illusion and all consciousness is fundamentally one, exploring its own infinite nature through countless unique perspectives. What affects your consciousness affects all consciousness. Your awakening contributes to a collective awakening. Your journey is the cosmos becoming conscious of itself. The path that is no path, as our exploration of the universal awareness path reaches this moment of completion, we arrive at the paradox that resolves all searching. There is no path because there is nowhere to go. There has never been separation from what you seek. There is no journey because you have never felt the destination. It's this recognition does not negate everything we have discussed. The path exists and does not exist simultaneously. Walking matters and does not matter. Effort serves no purpose and is essential. This is the language of paradox, the only language adequate to describe consciousness recognizing its own transcendent nature. You're not someone learning to walk the universal awareness path. You're the path itself, consciousness becoming aware of its own movement throughout infinite territory, and through infinite territory, every step you take is not movement towards destination, but recognition that you have always been home. Every moment of awareness is aware arrival at the eternal now that you have never left. This recognition is available right now in this very moment, not as achievement in some distant future, but as present recognition of what actually is. The universal awareness path is complete in every moment. You become truly present, truly aware, truly conscious of consciousness itself. Walk the path consciously. You are not separate from the consciousness that walks. Move with intention. You are not other than the awareness that moves. Arrive completely. You are not different from the destination that arrives home to itself. The universal awareness path continues eternal and ever present, and consciousness endlessly exports its own infinite nature to the sacred gift of your own presence of awareness in this eternal moment that is always walking home. You are the path. The path is you. There never has been and never will be any separation between the walker and the walk. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.